Bears fire coach Matt Eberflus after disastrous last-minute loss to Lions. Well, Bears fans, the unthinkable has happened. No, it's not another disappointing loss. It's the disappointing loss that sealed the fate of Matt Eberflus as the head coach of the Chicago Bears. This Thanksgiving, the Bears' season hit rock bottom in front of a nationwide audience. And now, the franchise is looking for a new direction, a new leader, and hopefully, a few new answers. A Thanksgiving nightmare, the final straw. Let's set the scene. It's Thursday afternoon, and the Bears are trailing the Detroit Lions 23-20 with less than a minute to play. The game is literally hanging by a thread, and the Bears are on the Lions' 41-yard line with 32 seconds left to go. Perfect, right? All they need is a well-executed play to get into field goal range and give Cairo Santos a shot at a game-tying field goal. But then, and here's the plot twist, the clock starts ticking down. And nothing happens. A full 25 seconds run off the clock before the Bears even think about using their last remaining timeout. Cue the dramatic music. Caleb Williams, the rookie quarterback who's been struggling all season, doesn't get the team lined up in time. And the final snap happens with only 6 seconds left. What follows? A botched play to wide receiver Rome Odunze. An incomplete pass. And, game over. The Bears lose. The fans groan. And Eberflus' fate is sealed. Eberflus gets the axe. The following morning, General Manager Ryan Poles and President, CEO Kevin Warren held a meeting with Eberflus. It didn't take long for the Bears to announce their decision. Matt Eberflus was no longer the head coach of the Chicago Bears. For the first time in the franchise's history, the team had fired a coach during the season. In a statement, Poles explained, "I thank Matt for his hard work, professionalism, and dedication to our organization. We extend our gratitude for his commitment to the Chicago Bears and wish him and his family the best moving forward." Warren, echoing Poles' sentiment, added, "Our fans have stood by us and persevered through every challenge, and they deserve better results. Our organizational and operational structure is strong, focused, aligned, and energized for the future." So, after 2.5 seasons, Eberflus is out. The Bears will finish the 2024 season under the leadership of offensive coordinator Thomas Brown, who is stepping in as the interim head coach. Eberflus' rocky tenure in Chicago. Eberflus' time with the Bears was full of ups and downs, but mostly downs. In his first season, the Bears finished with a dreadful 3-14 record. Despite the lackluster performance, the team stuck with him. The 2023 season started with another rough patch, 2-7. But Eberflus managed to rally the team to win 5 of their final 8 games, which seemed to save his job at the time. But, here's the thing. That finish was ultimately more harmful than helpful. It kept Eberflus around for another year when, honestly, many believed the Bears needed a fresh start. Enter 2024. The season started promisingly enough. At 4-2, things were looking up, but once the Bears hit the bye week, everything fell apart. Rookie quarterback Caleb Williams started showing signs of regression, and the Bears began losing in the most heartbreaking ways possible. There was the Hail Mary loss to the Washington Commanders, a field goal block against the Green Bay Packers, and an overtime loss to the Minnesota Vikings. But none of those were as embarrassing as what happened on Thanksgiving Day. The Thanksgiving disaster. In one of the most cringe-worthy moments of the season, the Bears found themselves down 16-0 at halftime against the Lions. But, to their credit, they fought back. By the final minute of the game, they were trailing just 23-20, with 32 seconds left and a chance to tie the game. All they had to do was call a timeout and set up the field goal. But instead, the Bears did absolutely nothing. The clock ticked down, the team scrambled, and Williams failed to get the ball snapped in time. 6 seconds left. He launched a desperate pass to Odunze. Incomplete. Game over. And with that, Eberflus' reign was done. It was the final nail in the coffin for a coach whose tenure was defined by coaching mistakes and blown opportunities. A changing of the guard. While the Bears' future looks uncertain, the decision to part ways with Eberflus signals that the franchise is ready to move in a new direction. The bar for success, quite frankly, is low. The Bears have missed the playoffs 12 out of the past 14 seasons. And they haven't won a playoff game since 2010. But despite the dysfunction, there's hope on the horizon. The roster is far from terrible. And Caleb Williams, though inconsistent, has shown enough potential to make a good coach believe they can turn things around. The Bears made the mistake of hiring a defensive-minded coach at a time when the NFL was trending toward offensive gurus. With Eberflus out of the picture, the hope is that Chicago will go in a new direction and hire someone with an offensive background to help develop Williams into the star he was drafted to be. The road ahead for the Bears. So, where do the Bears go from here? The search for a new head coach will be top of the list. And it's likely that the next leader of this franchise will come with a background in offense. The future of Caleb Williams and the offense is going to be a major focus in the coming months. And the Bears will need someone who can harness the young QB's potential and fix the glaring issues that have plagued the team all season. Despite the disappointment of the last few years, there's hope. This is a team with a solid foundation and plenty of upside. The right coach could be the spark this franchise needs to get back on track. The next chapter in the Bears' long search for consistency begins now. Who's next? As for the interim situation, offensive coordinator Thomas Brown will take over the rest of the season. Brown, who previously served as the passing game coordinator before Shane Waldron's firing, now has an opportunity to show what he can do. It's a tough spot to be in, but sometimes, these interim roles are the perfect opportunity for someone to prove themselves as the next long-term head coach. For now, fans can only hope that the Bears will find a coach who can help change the narrative. After all, the team hasn't won a Super Bowl since 1985, and their last playoff win was in 2010. The final word, moving forward. In the end, Matt Eberflus' time with the Chicago Bears will be remembered for more than just the disastrous end to his tenure. It will be remembered for the missed opportunities, the questionable coaching decisions, and the inability to close out games. The Bears are moving on, and now it's time for them to find someone who can finally turn this franchise around. Eberflus wasn't the right fit, and the Bears are ready to take the next step toward finding a coach who can lead them to success. Stay tuned, Bears fans. You've been through a lot, but hopefully, the future is brighter. Bears fire coach Matt Eberflus after disastrous last-minute loss to Lions. Well, Bears fans, the unthinkable has happened. No, it's not another disappointing loss. It's the disappointing loss that sealed the fate of Matt Eberflus as the head coach of the Chicago Bears. This Thanksgiving, the Bears' season hit rock bottom in front of a nationwide audience. And now, the franchise is looking for a new direction, a new leader, and hopefully, a few new answers. A Thanksgiving nightmare, the final straw. Let's set the scene. It's Thursday afternoon, and the Bears are trailing the Detroit Lions 23-20 with less than a minute to play. The game is literally hanging by a thread, and the Bears are on the Lions' 41-yard line with 32 seconds left to go. Perfect, right? All they need is a well-executed play to get into field goal range and give Cairo Santos a shot at a game-tying field goal. But then, and here's the plot twist, the clock starts ticking down. And nothing happens. A full 25 seconds run off the clock before the Bears even think about using their last remaining timeout. Cue the dramatic music. Caleb Williams, the rookie quarterback who's been struggling all season, doesn't get the team lined up in time. And the final snap happens with only 6 seconds left. What follows? A botched play to wide receiver.